Varför har de alla de här stora kulturerna kommit fram? Jo, det är säkert därför att klimatet är stabilt.
Utrensningar i skolbibliotek av böcker.
Eating all this, or I'll be rolling out of the book.
Early on, and then I also used to write a lot. So when I was a kid and we would go on family holidays, I would like rewrite the holiday, like.
Hello, so I'm back from the book fair. I don't know how much b-roll I have, we shall see. I hope you enjoyed that I took you with me a little bit. When it comes to events like this, as you know, I really struggle with the balance between enjoying and being in the moment and then trying to vlog. I really struggle with that, so either I vlog everything and don't enjoy it at all, or I enjoy it and try to just focus on what's around me, and then I barely vlog. So I think now it was the second option where I barely vlogged, but I did vlog a little bit. But still, I got some books that I would like to tell you about. First of all, how was the book fair? The book fair was amazing. I went to book fair in Gothenburg in Sweden, which is like the biggest book fair, I think, in Scandinavia actually. And yeah, it was really huge. There were so many different things happening, so many books, mostly Swedish, so many lectures on so many different topics: economy, religion, conflicts and war, government, politics, of course books, climate, so many different topics. I loved it so much. There was also Jack Edwards. You might know that Jack Edwards is the biggest booktuber. So he's the biggest book-focused account on YouTube. He has more than 1 million subscribers. And he was there. He had held like a seminar with other two creators. So it was really, really interesting and lots of fun. And then I did get few books. I got actually only, 2 books at the book fair and a game. And then the books that I actually wanted, they were not at the book fair. So then the next day I went to the bookstore and I got books there that I had on my list that I wanted to buy since last year. So let me walk you through what I got. So first of all, the game that I got is Exit game, Theft on the Mississippi. Yeah, this is kind of like an exit room, but you play it at home. It's only one use only, but with Henrik will love it so much. It's been so long since we played, so I have to grab one. So I got one of these. So maybe we'll play this weekend, and I'm so excited. And then I got 2 books at the book fair. So first I got a cookbook, which is Klassiska rätter på vegansk vis, which is classical dishes in a vegan edition kind of thing. And it is by Jävligt Gott, which is and the name of the guy is Gustav Johansson, and he is the biggest vegan blogger in Sweden, especially the one who cooks food, and everything we tried from him so far was delicious. So we already have 2 books by him. I don't know, you can see, yeah, there are 2 books there. There are 3 books, but 2 of them are by him. So now we have 3rd one. And here you have a mac and cheese, vegan mac and cheese. You have burgers, cacio e pepe, whatever that is. You got Indian dal with cauliflower, nacho plate. You have all different, so many different recipes. Here is the guy, that's him. He's really nice. I met him. I was at one vegan fair where he was making a burger. Poke bowl, I might try that soon because I love poke bowl. Okay, So this is the first book. Second book I got, it was not on my list, but I heard everybody talking about it, and I've been thinking of reading this one, getting it from library and reading it for some vlog that I plan. But that's not gonna happen anymore because I bought it now. And the book is The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. And this is, I think, like a sci-fi fantasy. I think it's sci-fi. And everybody loves it. People can't stop raving about this book. It is kind of like a climate fiction as well. So I'm really intrigued by this one. So what do we know about this one? This is the way the world ends for the last time. It starts with the great red rift across the heart of the world's sole continent, spewing ash that blots out the sun. It starts with death, with a murdered son and a missing daughter. It starts with betrayal and long dormant wounds rising up to fester. This is the stillness, a land long familiar with catastrophe, where the power of the earth is wielded as a weapon, and where there is no mercy. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this. I have not read anything by N.K. Jemisin, but I'm here for it. I'm really excited about this one. So that's what I got at the book fair. And then I went to the bookstore and got 4 books. 3 of them were on my list. One of them I got just because I had it recommended. It's also a climate fiction, so another potential contender for the book club next year. So let me go through it. Also, I got this beautiful bookmark. Really, really cute, I think. But what books I got? I got Malice by John Gwynne. This is the first book in the Faithful and the Fallen series. I read one book by John Gwynne and I enjoyed it fairly well, but I think this one is much higher rated in general than the other one. I read The Shadow of the Gods, and I think this one is more popular. So I'm really excited about this one. And this is high adult fantasy, I believe. High adult fantasy? Adult high fantasy, adult. This is adult high fantasy book. So pretty hefty. The banished lands have a violent past where armies of men and giants clashed in battle. An uneasy peace reigns, but now giants stir once more. The very stones weep blood, and there are sightings of gigantic worms. Those who can still read the signs see a prophecy realized. Sorrow will darken the world as angels and demons make it their battlefield. Young Corbin watches enviously as boys become warriors and yearns to join them, determined that he will make his family proud. It is only when everything he knows is threatened that he discovers the true cost of becoming a man. As the kings look to their borders and priests beg answers from the gods, only a chosen few know that the fate of the world will be decided between 2 champions, the Black Sun and the Bright Star. And with their coming will be a war to end all wars. Yeah, I imagine it's very, very bloody one because first of all, the sword, but also like if you look closer, these are like warriors. So this is gonna be very like war heavy book, I imagine, but I'm excited. Another book I got was A Natural History of Dragons, a memoir by Lady Trent. This is a book by Mary Brennan. This is a little bit short one, it's only like less than 400 pages. And this is a first book in a series as well. I do not know what the series is called. Is it called The Memoirs of Lady Trent? I think so. And there seems to be 5 books total. Could be. I'm not sure actually. But what is this one? From Searland to the farthest reaches of Eriga, Lady Trent is known to be the world's preeminent dragon naturalist who brought the study of dragons into the clear light of modern science. But before she became the illustrious figure we now know, there was a bookish young woman whose passion for learning defied the stifling conventions of her day. Here at last, in her own words, is the true story of a pioneering spirit who risked her reputation, her prospects, and her fragile flesh to satisfy her scientific curiosity. Of how she sought true love and happiness despite her lamentable eccentricities, and of her thrilling expedition to the perilous mountains of Vistrana, where she made the first of many historic discoveries that would change the world forever. I'm excited about this. I love dragons, so if there are dragons, I read. At least I tend to. And then there are also illustrations, which is really cool. So yeah, I'm excited to get to this one. Another one that was recommended to me, and this one I'm very intimidated by because it's first book in a long series, or actually more like in a big universe. and it's called The Final Empire by Brenda Sanderson. This is the first book in the Mistborn trilogy, even though Mistborn now has, I think, 2 trilogies, but first trilogy, let's say. And this is also high fantasy, adult, and yeah, I never read anything by Brenda Sanderson, so this is the start. The mist ruled the night. The Lord Ruler owns the world. For 1,000 years the ash fell. For 1,000 years the ska slaved in misery and lived in fear. For 1,000 years the Lord Ruler reigned with absolute power and ultimate terror, divinely invincible. Every attempted revolt has failed miserably, yet somehow hope survives. A new kind of uprising is being planned, one that depends on the cunning of a brilliant criminal mastermind and the courage of an unlikely heroine, a ska street urchin who must learn to master allomancy, the power of a Mistborn. What if the prophesied hero had failed to defeat the Dark Lord? The answer will be found in the Mistborn trilogy, a saga of surprises that begins here. I'm excited. This was recommended by Diana, and usually we have very similar taste with Diana, so I'm really excited about this. And the last book I got is a sci-fi book, and it is The Ministry for the Future by Kim Stanley Robinson. Now I see it's a little bit dirty here, but who cares? The Ministry for the Future is a masterpiece of the imagination, using fictional eyewitness accounts to tell the story of how climate change will affect us all. Its setting is not a desolate world, but a future that is almost upon us, and one in which we might just overcome the extraordinary challenges we face. This astonishing novel from visionary writer Kim Stanley Robinson will change the way you think about the climate crisis. So it is a novel, but it is very much climate fiction, and I am excited. It's a big one though. It's very big. It's like 600 almost pages, nearly 600. So these are the books I got. You can see a little bit of a pattern here, all white books from the bookstore, not from the book fair. From the book fair I got only the dark ones, and that's it. And then also I got finally back the books that I lent to a friend who went to the book fair with me. So I got back The Humans and How to Stop Time by Matt Haig. Finally I have it back. The Humans, she had it for years, and that's my favorite one. So when I have chance, I will reread this one, because when I read it the first time, it was immediate 5 stars. So I'm very, very happy to have this back. And that's it. That's all. So overall, I rate the book fair as a big success. I think I would have enjoyed it a lot more if I were able to read fluently in Swedish, because of course 90% of the books were in Swedish, so I felt a little bit limited with what I could buy, but I still had a good time, and I don't think I'll go again next year, unless depends on who's gonna come, you know, if there's another Jack Edwards, maybe, who knows. But I think I'll wait a little bit until I'm more comfortable reading in Swedish, and then I'll go again, and then I can buy some Swedish books as well, because I know there are some Swedish books that I'm like interested in, but they're not translated to English. They're only in Swedish, and I just would not be able to enjoy them in Swedish, so I did not get them. But that's it for this mini vlog. It was amazing. It was definitely worth the wait. If you don't know, I've been waiting to go to this book fair since last year, because that's when I went on this book buying ban, that I cannot buy a book. If I buy a book, I cannot go to the book fair. That's what I told myself, and I stuck to it, except of 3 occasions. Yeah, 3 occasions. I bought 1 book club book, and then I bought 2 books when I was in Prague visiting my cousin for a wedding. But then also I met up with Daniela, and we met up and we went to the bookstore, and I just felt like that was a reason special enough to make an exception. So I bought 2 books there. So I bought 3 physical books in total over the whole year. It was definitely worth it, and I'm really happy I went. But I think it will be a few years until I go again. So yeah, that's it for this vlog. If you watch this far, send a book emoji, because book fair, gotta do it, book fair. So book emoji to let me know you watch this far, because you watching these videos, it just means everything to me, and it keeps me making these videos. So if you enjoy it, please support it. And yeah, that's it for this video. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.